KahnawakeTV, Degwanuradu ne Osaraze, Kahsennenhawe Sky-Deer Yujuts. So today I wanted to cover, a multitude of topics, but again, I don't want to take up too much of your time. So we've been in some really unprecedented times in our community in the last little while, with the COVID-19 situation. And I think, this month, January, we had the most cases in the community. And, some really difficult decisions had to be made by the task force. And of course, as many people are aware, that the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake has been empowering them month after month through our emergency preparedness law. We actually just extended the state of emergency at the last council meeting. And, I just want to commend the people that are, really taking this seriously. I know it's hard. As Ganyak-Gahaga people, a lot of times we don't like to be told what to do, but for the greater good of protecting our elders, our vulnerable population, it's been a sacrifice. A lot of people have not been able to do things that we're accustomed to. Of course, the traveling, not being able to go to Plattsburgh, crossing the border, not being able to see our loved ones. I know it's really hard, and just want to commend everybody for keeping it up. I did actually have a conversation with the Commissioner of Public Safety, Lloyd Phillips, recently, and asking about the potential of lessening the directives in the next little while. We're aware of all the closures that have occurred in the community up until January 31st. And, with the recent announcement of the KERM and the injection of an additional $3 million to help the people, we're doing everything possible to try to counter this virus and what's happening. We're not immune. I think that's important to relay, that there's been almost now 100 cases of people in Kahnawake that have, become sick with the coronavirus. So, let's not keep our guard down, that once some of these measures maybe get lessened and we can start visiting our family again, keep up the wearing the mask, keep up the social distancing. I know it's so hard. You want to hug and kiss and continue to do things the way we're used to. But until those vaccines roll out, and we know it's coming, all I could ask is for you to continue to be patient. So I just wanted to say Nyawa for everybody that's doing their part. Moving to, work within the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake. I know one of my colleagues, Tanya Perron, recently did a Chiefs Uncut and was talking about how, there might be some misconception out there that some of the Ietsénhaienhs are not working. I just want to give you a run through of what a week of mine looks like. Monday mornings, we're in our council meetings. We've had to move into Microsoft Teams. It's a really great platform for us to be able to continue to meet from home, as much as possible. We're trying to limit our number of people that we have in our buildings to limit the spread. So we found creative ways to continue to work. Tuesdays from 9 till 5 sometimes is all of our strategic discussions that we're still, having to see what's coming, what do we need to do, the decisions that are going to be made at the following Monday. And then from Wednesday to Friday, it's a lot of our portfolio team meetings or any kind of work and preparation that we need to do. So for instance, you're all aware of the governance portfolio. I have been reporting along with Chief Tanya Perron, or I'll say Ietsénhaienhs Tanya Perron, about the report that the Yaya Gay, Alfred, and Jessica Lazar, were able to engage with the community and get some recommendations. So we know there are eight recommendations. So in one of our recent governance portfolio meetings, we looked at the 8 and we kind of did a grading system, which could be implemented short term, maybe in the new term of office, and long term. So we're going to be presenting that to the Council of Chiefs, the Ietsénhaienhs, probably early February, and then to the community about, what kind of implementation we want to see in the short term. Another interesting development is I think we're on the brink of hiring a new executive director for the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake. And through that governance portfolio and in conjunction with administrative affairs portfolio, we're trying to establish the framework and working relationship between the administrative office, being the executive office of the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake, and the council, and how that works and what are the roles and responsibilities and the expectations. You would think a lot of this was already in place and established, but until things are in black and white and you have these concrete governing documents that are clear, it's kind of subject to interpretation. So a lot of this work that we're doing, I think, is going to assist in where we're going. A lot of times when I talk about this governance work, I'm really excited. The people are becoming more involved and want to have a say, and not necessarily liking the way the current system of governance is in the community with the elected system. And if ever we want to change it to something else that's more reflective of who we are as Kahnawake people, and reinstituting elements of what's in the Gainer Goa, it's all at our disposal to do so. But I think having the conversation is really important. In the next little while, I talked earlier too about border crossing, and some of the community members feel like it's their right. I have the right as a Ungwehunwe person to cross the border freely, and with the latest issue with COVID, it's difficult. We're not able to do so as we have formally liked to, and with this quarantine act, and we know that our people are still working in the States. There's been some concern about if people are self-isolating when they return, if they could be subject to fines. So there is a upcoming border summit, and I will be participating and highlighting some of the issues that have arisen as a result of COVID. But hopefully in the next little while, with, as I mentioned before, the vaccines coming, the borders will open, and it won't be so difficult for us with regard to border crossing and things that are occurring. Like I said at the beginning, I don't want to take too much of your time. I just do wanted to say that work is continuing. I do appreciate when community members reach out to get information. A lot of times we do stuff like this, Chiefs Uncut, we have KTV, we have a text messaging system now where if you sign up, you could get information emailed or texted to you directly. We have the Pulse cable, where a lot of our information is conveyed, but there's still a lot of people who don't, take the time to utilize any of these platforms to get information. And if you want to hear it directly, please pick up the phone, call me. You could find my phone number through our Kahnawake.com. Should be listed. I have social media, so I do appreciate, like I said, when community members reach out and they want to, hear directly about different things, residency law, membership, border crossing, governance, all of the different files that you're aware that I'm working on. So with that, Nyawakoa Zewagwego, and we'll see you next time. Onagiwahe.